Hey, welcome to the AL.com film room. I'm Matt Scalisi, joined by Cole Cubelic, our Auburn football analyst. We're here to talk about Auburn's win over Kansas State from last Thursday. And Cole, we're going to look at the defense on this video today. And we talked about last week on the film room how important it was going to be for Auburn's front seven on defense to try and contain Jake Waters, the mobile quarterback from Kansas State. We're going to look at a few plays that showed how they were able to do that in this game.
Matt, one thing that we knew Auburn was going to have success with was rushing four. We're not going to be able to overcommit to bringing extra blitzers because you had Tyler Lockett on the outside, a really good receiver, and of course Waters could hurt you with his legs. Did not want to allow him to break down that pass rush and have a lot of room to run. So we'll see here a nice job by the front four getting a pass rush. Devontae Lambert's going to be the defensive end up at the top. You'll see the offensive tackle try to go down and cut him, take the legs out from under him. It's an excellent job, first and foremost, by Lambert using his hands to stay upright and then redirecting his pass rush inside to take away potentially a big run from Jake Waters. Watch 86 at the top of your screen, uses his hand, stays down. Waters going to leave the pocket, and Lambert comes right inside to take that away. There's good pass rush lane integrity on the front end of that because he's not able to exit the pocket any other direction, and then Lambert comes back inside to clean it up.
So, Cole, even though Auburn's front seven was able to have a lot of success in this game, secondary had a lot to do with that, right?
Absolutely. You can't – a lot of times we see a sack and we see pressure and we just think that it's the guys up front doing the work. Here you're going to see basically a numbers game won by Auburn and Ellis Johnson. They're going to bring 7 guys and really only 6 in for Kansas State to block. It's a misread by Jake Waters, the quarterback, and his receivers. Really needs to be an adjustment here. But give Auburn credit that initially he's not able to make a throw, has to stay in the pocket. That's going to result in the sack. You'll see 4 defensive linemen. You're going to get 5, 6, and then Anthony Swain will be the third. 7 rushers to come in. Only 5 offensive linemen and the running back that are going to stay in. 7 on 6 got to get to the quarterback, and that's going to happen here. But again, the secondary on the very beginning right there, Lockett not able to distribute that football quickly. He knew he had to get rid of it immediately. The secondary keeps that from happening. There you see the route's not there. That allows Auburn's pressure to get in and results in a sack. So not only a nice job up front, not only a nice job by Ellis Johnson, but the secondary as well, taking away that initial throw, helps result in a sack for Auburn.
All right, Cole, well, overall, just a really strong day for the Auburn defense as a whole, but were there any individual performances that really stick out at you in this game?
Absolutely, Matt. There's definitely some individual efforts that stick out. Starts out here, Chris Frost. You'll see he's going to walk up and blitz. He doesn't like what he gets inside this offensive line. A little bit of a traffic jam there initially. This is zone blitz, so you'll see a couple of guys bail and a couple of guys come. But what happens is Frost redirects all the way around the outside, and he is what forces Jake Waters outside of the pocket. And with a guy like Waters moving, that forces a scramble drill on the back end. Makes life very difficult on a defensive back because the receivers have free reign to just run around. So you're not trusting your technique and fundamentals and your film study anymore. You're basically just chasing a guy. And how cool is it for someone like Trevon Reed? Very highly sought after in high school as a receiver. Thought he was going to be a big-time kick returner. He's battled injuries. Now he moves over to defense. Haven't seen a ton of him on that side of the football. He does an excellent job reading the eyes of the quarterback as he scrambles, staying with his man, and coming up with a pretty big interception here in the fourth quarter. Frost redirects. Waters going to leave the pocket, look downfield, and just an excellent job by Trevon Reed staying with his man and going and getting that interception. And so, see, Matt, from the wide angle here, you would think Kansas State really has an advantage here. 4 on 3 up close. That's why some sort of check should have been made at the line of scrimmage. Now, again, you're going to get the zone blitz here and watch Frost at the end of the play come all the way around after he doesn't like what he sees initially up the gut. But Trevon Reed staying with his man is really just a nice job. Waters doesn't like what he sees at first. Frost gets him outside of the pocket. And Reed just right there with his receiver the entire time. Just great instincts and a nice play.
All right, Cole, just a couple of takeaways from what we've seen here today. Auburn's defense, particularly when it comes to stopping the run, they've had a lot of success this season. How important is that for this team, and what kind of strength is that for Auburn right now defensively?
Well, I think when you have a couple different guys, especially in this game that you had to move into the backfield in the secondary, on the back end of the defense, make some changes and adjustments, you have to rely on that front four. And it was a group coming into the season with some moving parts. I think we were confident of the middle guys, but we didn't know what we were going to get at defensive end. We saw Devontae Lambert. He seems to be coming on. Gabe Wright played fantastic in this football game, whether it's at end or tackle. He's very physical I like his presence and his physicality on the defensive line. They still have to find a guy who can give them a pass rush, a consistent edge pass rush. But against the run, this group has been fantastic. Not great against Arkansas in the first half. Made a few adjustments, got Arkansas uncomfortable, and were able to have success in the second half. And I think this is a group that can have a lot of success in the run down the road. They're going to have LSU. They're going to have Alabama. They're going to have Georgia. So there's teams that can run the ball on the schedule. That front four has got to continue to pick it up, and I think physically they're very capable.
All right, well, that's all we've got for this week on the AL.com Film Room. For Cole Cubelic, I'm Matt Scalisi. Thanks for watching.
Let's look at a few plays.